again this week, and I just wanted to update you on some things I've been doing over the past week, and I hope that you've been doing a lot of things too. I'm trying to stay active. I think the summer warmth and the sunshine is really perking me up, and I'm getting out and doing more. Uh, Last week, after I made the video, I got up and I swept and mopped the living room and the bathroom and the bedroom, and I plan to do the kitchen and the laundry room, but I just haven't had that second burst of energy yet to get that done. But I will. I know it's coming. It's not disastrous. It's just needing to be done. Anyway, and then the other room that I use for a sewing machine is carpet, and I'd already run the sweeper on it a couple days before doing all the mopping. And upstairs, my granddaughter will take care of that up there. And so I've just been doing things around the house, and I got up yesterday and I had some bananas that needed something done with, so I made some banana bread, and it was very good, and I've got some left in there, and I think that if I don't eat another slice of it tomorrow, I'll probably be taking it to my daughter's house because those kids will finish it off. Anyway, Saturday, I had a friend come in that lives like about 200 miles from here. She doesn't drive much, so she doesn't get here but maybe once or twice a year. And so she got her granddaughter to bring her in, and so her and 4 other of our friends went to a restaurant about 30 miles from here and ate and talked and laughed and cried and all the things that you do when you haven't seen anybody in a while and you just enjoy being with them. One of our friends is having some issues, and she's scheduled for surgery tomorrow. So, we've prayed for her, and we're continuing to pray, and I'll be praying tomorrow extra hard. And then we sat there for like 3.5, 4 hours, and the restaurant staff were fine. It's a little out of the way place, and they just let us have our space. We go there every year, and they just are really good. And then when we were ready to leave, the waitress come over and asked if we wanted her to take our pictures, because we always do our picture every time we're together. And so it's nice to have the pictures down through the years of the times we've all been together. And there are a few of us that have passed on, so it's good to have those pictures from the past, the memories. And and when we're together, we remember those people, and we'll say, "Do you remember when so and so did this or that?" And everybody will laugh and talk about it, and how much we miss her. So anyway, we did that. I did that on Saturday, and then today I got up and I went to the senior center. And while I was there, I met 4 ladies who were playing dominoes. Well, I've never played dominoes before. They asked me if I wanted to play, and I don't know how to play. And they said, well, sit down, we'll teach you. So I sat and I watched them, and I think I've got it figured out. And they had such a good time, and I enjoyed being there with them and talking to them and learning, about dominoes. And so Thursday I'm going to go back and meet with them, and I think I'm going to try playing, and I hope it's something that I enjoy, because I will keep doing it, and I'll go back every once or twice a week to play. While I was there, I also ran into a couple that I've known for years and hadn't seen. In fact, the man is who the senior center is named after, and he was our sheriff, and he was a chief of police, and he was the mayor, and then he was county commissioner right before he retired. And so, you know, he's been in politics for a long time in this city. And you know, he told me a couple years ago, he said, if it's the last thing I do before I leave office, I will get a senior center down in the west end of Huntington. Well, he did. So that's where we were today, in the senior center that was named after him. So I sat there and I had lunch with that couple. Enjoyed talking to them about friends we have in common, people we hadn't seen in a while. They may have seen, and the people I've seen, they may have not have seen. So that was, you know, fun to do. It was, you know, having fellowship and sharing things. So I left there and told the others, you know, they were coming back Thursday, that I would come back on Thursday and sit down and try to play dominoes. And then after that, I left and I went to the Dollar General Market. I just had a few things to pick up. And I wanted ice cream. I've been wanting ice cream for a while. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just want ice cream. And I started to stop at the Dairy Queen, and there's one right down the street. But my gosh, they've gotten so expensive for just a plain ice cream cone. I could get a whole box of Nutty Buddy ice cream cones or some other kind of ice cream for less than I would pay for one cone. So that's what I did. I went to the Dollar General Mart, which I like that store. It's close and I can just run down there and get things that I need. And I got, I was looking, and I've looked at several stores for those clear report covers like we used to use in school. They're clear, and there's two sides of them, and there's a little plastic strip that kind of slides down the side of them, and it encases your book report or whatever you were writing. And then I got to thinking, maybe kids don't use those anymore because they do so much on the computer. They may submit them to the teacher online. So I don't know. I'll have to check into that. And I've looked at several stores, but I haven't looked at Walmart. So I've got to go to the dentist tomorrow, and I'll be by a Walmart, so I may stop in there to see if they have them. I was just really surprised that I cannot find them. They used to be everywhere. Not even like the portfolio things, the little thin things with the three places where you punch the three holes and then you put them in there and you bend the little things over and it holds your pages in, and there's a pocket. Couldn't find hardly that. I saw a couple of them, but not very many. So I don't guess the kids are using those in school anymore. I don't know. But, you know, things change, and I guess progress has brought me to make this YouTube channel. So I'm excited about that, and I'm excited that maybe you all will start commenting and sharing and subscribing and telling me what kind of things you've done over the past week. There may be things that you've done that I might want to do, and you know, some of the things coming up that I've got coming up or do that you might want to do. On Thursday, you know, I'm going to go to the senior center, and I don't know what I'm going to do after that. I'm going to be out, so I may do something else after I leave there. I know that the Father's Day weekend, we're planning to, with my children and grandchildren, go camping again. And I just really enjoy the campground that we go to because it's right next to the veteran cemetery where my husband is. And, you know, I usually stop there on my way into the campground and visit with him for a little bit. And then when I'm leaving, I will stop again and visit with him. It's very peaceful up there, and it's beautiful up there. It's kind of modeled like Arlington. They have the same headstones and things, and it's very pretty. It's well kept. So, you know, that's coming up, you know, towards the middle of the month. And then I have a few more doctor appointments. Next month, I'm kind of swamped with doctor appointments, and we may camp over the 4th of July weekend. I don't know yet. Don't know the plan. I know that my kids are going to New York in July, so I don't know if they're still going to want to camp too. Anyway, in 2028, I have another cruise coming up. It's something that I'm going to be looking forward to, and I'm sure that in the next few months you'll be hearing me what I've been gathering and what's going on with that, because I'm paying on it every month a little bit at a time. I had almost 2 years to pay on it, and that's how we've done, me and my friends since we've retired. Used to, when I first started cruising, I could just pay the fare, but now it's over time, and that's okay. At least we still get to go. We have that friendship, and we just have a good time. And like this last time, I think I drank a martini on one night of the cruise, and I was like, I'm gonna drink a martini because somebody else is driving. And everybody says, what? And I said, somebody's driving this ship. I don't have to worry about driving home. So, because other than that, I don't ever have a drink. I think the only time I take a drink usually is on a cruise because somebody else is driving. And so those things are coming up, but that's, in the distant future. But right now, I'm just looking forward to, right now, things I can do right now, and things that I look forward to, which are the camping trips and the cruises and those kind of things. And I'm going to try to enjoy these summer months as much as possible. I love getting out, and come winter, I'm kind of a hibernator. And so, anyway, just let me know what kind of things you're doing, like I said, and like, share, and subscribe. And I'm glad you stopped by, and I will see you next week. Bye.